Renovating Retirement with Charlie Jewett. Oh no, I think I'm about to have another episode. 108, 108, 108, 88, 108, 108, 108, 88, 108, 108, 108, 88, 108. Hello, people of the United States and also Saudi Arabia, where apparently I have several listeners now. Thank you, Saudi Arabia. I don't know how to say thank you in whatever language is in Saudi Arabia, but a big Saudi Arabian thank you. Welcome to episode 108 of the Renovating Retirement podcast called Acronyms. This podcast is about, how to break through all the lies and the scams and the deceit that are the retirement planning industry. Not that make up the retirement planning industry, but that are the retirement planning industry. The retirement planning industry is a big, gigantic pile of lies and deceit, from the numbers you're given, saying that the stock market makes 7 to 9% if you leave your money in long enough. That's a lie. That's based on the mathematical mean or the geometric mean, as opposed to compound annual growth rate, which is the only thing that actually matters in growing money. That you should be in mutual funds, biggest lie probably. You should not be in mutual funds if you have $25,000 or $50,000. That working with a money manager makes you more money than if you don't. That's also a lie. Money managers do worse than just skipping them and going to the S&P 500. That annuities and life insurance are expensive and should not be used. That's a lie. Paying off your mortgage is good for you. That's a lie. Pretty much the entire industry is based on lies because billionaires and companies with 12,000 offices and $1 trillion under management lie for a living because it's profitable for them. So, my name is Charlie Jewett. I am the financial services industry whistleblower. This is episode 108. We're going to talk about acronymphomania, or all the acronyms and the confusion in this industry. Where does this come from? It came from the fact that I am currently setting up my own RIA, which is Registered Investment Advisory. And as I'm setting it up, I realize I used to be an IAR, working for an RIA, setting up people's IRAs. Now, if that's not confusing enough, the rest of the industry makes it even worse. But I was an independent advisory representative, an IAR, for another RIA. And what we did was transfer people's 401ks and IRAs into new IRAs and then invested them. And that's already confusing, but let me just give you a little sampling of the confusion that you might experience in this industry if you don't let somebody like me in this show simplify it for you. So it goes a little bit something like this. You want to transfer your 401k or 403b or 457 account, or maybe just set up a new IRA or a 529 plan. So you contact your local RIA firm asking which IAR is available to help at the moment. You RSVP for a local seminar ASAP and attend, where you're told that most of you in the room are just plate lickers. And if you set an appointment, don't show up one-legged. You set up an appointment with the IAR, gather documents from your CFP and CPA, and when running late, you contact the RIA firm and give them your new ETA. Once you arrive, you go into your new advisor's office, and the walls are covered with certificates. Ooh, big deal. Apparently, he's not only a CFP, but also a CHFC, a CEBC CFA, an LIFA, a CRPS, not to be confused with his CRSP designation. You think, WTF, that's a lot of spaghetti behind his name. But you like spaghetti, yum. So you move forward to get the 411 on your retirement plan. Mr. I have every certification available to mankind says, OMG, you've got a lot of pre-tax money, and I think taxes are headed north, baby. In light of that, you may want to do a 72T with your 401k because the IRS is heavily into OPM. I'll transfer your accounts to LPL using TD as custodian and get right to work on building a portfolio of ETFs, REITs, ADRs, and of course, always watching the market looking for a good IPO offering. I'll get you the best IRR as you prepare for some good R&R in retirement. I'm not just a BA. At retirement, I'm also like a Greek god, and we'll be tracking your alpha, beta, delta, vega, theta, rho, lambda, epsilon, gamma, vana, charm, vama, veda, and vera. I like to use the KISS method and keep it simple, baby. So simply, I'll do all the work, and you just watch your money grow. Like Mr. T having an MRI. Just sit still and let the professionals do the work. Pity the fool who tells me to sit still for 40 minutes. I'll have my AA get your paperwork ASAP and get you right out the door. And if you don't sign on with me today, you may want to just wave the white flag and just say SOS. Does that make sense? And as so many of you do, from the trance-like state that Joker Brokers put you in, you'll simply say, okay, 10-4, good buddy. As long as you're in good standing with the SEC, the FINRA, and our state's DOI. Wow, folks, talk about confusing, talk about complicated versus simplicity. Folks, it really is quite simple. Piggy banks, paychecks, and potential. In-case accounts, income accounts, and then increase accounts if you're so lucky to have money left over. Set some money aside for emergencies, not in the bank. You can use single premium life insurance policies and make a whole lot more money, 5-10 times as much money as in the bank. But set up an emergency fund, purchase an income annuity, purchase a paycheck, purchase a money tree. Because paychecks and income replacement has always been what retirement planning is about. Retirement planning is not about rate of return or having a big nest egg or having accounts. If you had $20,000 a month coming in, you wouldn't care if you had any money sitting inside of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. It's always been about the income. And if you have money left over after purchasing the paycheck that you want, there is not a right or a wrong. Do not let any human being or immoral person in the country say you should never put more than 1/3 of your portfolio in annuities. That just means they're stupid and evil. They're undereducated or they're trying to hurt you. If you have money left over after purchasing the paycheck that you want, remember, you can drive a Hyundai, you could drive a Tesla. There's no right or wrong with a car. There's no right or wrong with a paycheck. You buy the one that you want. If you have money left over, you can put it into increase accounts and go grow those based on your risk tolerance and goals. I will teach you some things that the safer tools like annuities and life insurance actually give you higher rate of return than the risky tools like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. So there's a little bit of a weirdity in the industry because risk, more risk, more reward is no longer true. You get rewarded heavily for taking less risk right now instead of listening to your Joker broker. This is very easy. It doesn't need to be confusing or complicated. Now, back to setting up my own RIA, my own registered investment advisory firm. Ironically, after reviewing the 3 different companies that I was told to, compare, ironically, the company I picked is actually called NCS. Now that's funny. It's an acronym. If you simply like the best or you want the best, easiest to understand financial help in the world, get in touch with me, charlie@jewettwealth.com, CHARLIE @JEWETTwealth.com, charlie@jewettwealth.com. Get in touch, let's get to know each other, and let's become BFFs. Hey.
Renovating Retirement with Charlie Jewett.
But that's all, folks.